Hello everybody, my name is Daniel, and today we're going to be talking about the question, is evolution a religion? First of all, let's define a few terms. Science. The intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experimentation. Religion. The belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. So to answer the question, is evolution a religion? The answer is yes. Now you may say, why is that? Well, first of all, because evolution fits into the scientific category of historical science. Historical science is an example of historical science is, let's say, the Panama Canal. We cannot prove that in 1903, Theodore Roosevelt sent thousands of laborers to work on the Panama Canal for 11 years, and that it was finished 1 month before World War I broke out. We cannot prove that. But we believe that because we have documents written by people who were there to document the event. We cannot prove it in any way, we can only believe it. An example of observational science, something which is testable, repeatable, and observable, is something like gravity. If I take an apple and let it go, it's going to fall on the ground. We observe it happening. That's one of many things that we can use observational science on. But creation, it's also a religion. We do not observe God creating the universe in 6 literal 24-hour days. We cannot go back in time and see that happening. We cannot prove it in any way. We cannot prove it in any way. We can only theorize it happened by a book called the Bible, which is also a form of historical science. The only difference really between these two religions is creationists admit that the creation theory is a religion, but the evolutionists, they do not. You might say, but that's not true. Well, let me read you a quote from one prominent scientist. Charles A. Alexander, a professor of biology at Cornell University, said, "There are no gods, no purposes, no goal-directed forces of any kind. There is no life after death. When I die, I am absolutely certain that I'm going to be dead. That's the end for me. There is no foundation for ethics, meaning of life, and no free will for humans." And that, my friends, is just one of thousands of quotes from prominent scientists that say that there is no life after death and that evolution is a fact. And it also goes all the way to the God factor. Christians, they have their own God, which, they believe created their earth in 6 literal 24-hour days. And evolutionists have their own God, although they don't want to admit it. But it's called time, because without time, the evolutionary theory looks pretty stupid to me, and to anybody.